Tonight we wrap up the first round of the 2024 NCAA Men's Lacrosse Tournament under the lights at the Dome. The Towson Tigers, one of the hottest teams in the country, take on a resurgent Syracuse Orange program led by Gary Gait. They come in as the 4 seed in the Big Dance. All the seeded teams won. This is the 8th of 8 first-round games, not just in the upper half of the bracket, but also in the lower half. Every single home team won. We are underway in the 8th and final game of the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. It'll be a battle at the face-off X. Matt Constantinides for Towson, Mason Cohn for Syracuse, and the Tigers come away with a first-round ball. It was Bars who had it for a second. Sam Alexo flips it to Joey Spallina, and the Orange faithful loving that start. Spallina turns, feeds Thompson. He's got some space from X. Scanning. Owen Hiltz. Bullseye. 77 with a rip to get the party started here in Syracuse.
Their ability to slide and recover, but just better ball movement. You can see Thompson with that skip pass breaking the rotation for Towson, and you just can't give Hiltz that much daylight. Such a sharpshooter sniper from the outside who had his defender hung up. Towson fortunate to come away from that possession unscathed. Syracuse is getting some good looks, and we've got a yard sale.
A yard sale on a Sunday night in Central New York.
But it's not just the penalty itself, it's what happens afterwards.
And you can never do that with the man-up unit, right?
Oh my, that was my bad running joke all week.
Too many egos on that side. Towson cashes in. It's Alex Roussel, the sophomore out of Toronto.
You see just a nice little sharp cut. Not a ton of player movement there. They're able just to beat them around the perimeter.
That's how they made the tournament for the first time since 2019. This group has restored the roar. Can't stop that though. It's Spallina, top shelf.
Either Towson is fine or comfortable with that happening, or this is just an early breakdown that is happening far too frequently. I'm gonna guess the latter because Spallina makes them pay here.
Here comes Roussel. Matched up with Sam English, who's trapped on defense. Makes his move. What a find! What a find! It's Chop Gallagher on the finish.
We'll go to replay first. Roussel attacks that left side, draws the double team from his knees, somehow threads the needle. You think on the Bayhawks, he was like, hey, I had a poster of you when I was growing up. You think he'd like...
Yeah, get in line. No look feed. Hiltz buries it. 2 goals for Owen Hiltz.
You know, we talked about player movement and ball movement. That's really the hallmark of this offense. But you get a dodge and then you bump it down to Muley, and then on the backside on such a consistent basis. You know, if this game ends up in the teens, like favors Cuse, right? If this is a low-scoring affair, that's kind of what Towson wants.
Oh, what a finish. Finn Thompson takes the contact, scores anyway.
The dodge from Spallina. Here's the help. He draws the double team, quickly gets the ball out of his stick, and before Towson, this is a decent rotation, but Thompson is just slick enough, and you can see him.
Now it's Mikey Weishar, All-American 3rd team according to USA Lacrosse Magazine. We'll see where he checks in at the Inside Lacrosse All-Americans, which we're going to reveal at halftime. Well, Chop Gallagher's making his own case here. He stings it with that lefty stroke.
Little right to left split down the alley outside the hash marks. So that's usually one defensively. You kind of just give up and trust your goalie.
Stevens, Roa spins it back to X for Spallina. Again playing hangman. Downs out of his goal. That's too easy. It's Stevens on the finish.
And I just don't understand why Downs would do that if you're in zone and you're in a situation to support. You can see Towson as a defender on each pipe. So there's no real reason for Downs to come out there. But it's got to be the 4th time that Spallina has gotten them.
This ball's going to be humming around tonight, folks. We got two of the top 3 teams in the country in assists per game. Syracuse 9.6, Towson 9.5. Constantinides has it, loses it, swarmed by the Orange. Still up for grabs. A whistle and a flag. What do we have here? Watched by Wyatt Hoddle, and now Chop Gallagher sprints on. He's got those 2 goals for Towson as they go back to full strength. 25 to shoot. Hoddle on Roussel. Skip pass. One more. Count it!
You invert with Roussel, who skips it to DeMeo. Quick one more to Weishar. Beautiful ball movement here. And look at the placement on that.
Now it's Austin Dukeman. Gets it to DeMeo. 48 assists this season. Offensive player of the year in the league. Riley Figueres all over him. There's a reason he's wearing number 11. Mark has it between his feet. All square at 5. Tigers trying to become the first and the only team to win on the road in this first round. Haven't seen it since 2004, where all seeded teams win. Weishar, bouncers will go.
He gets the short stick matchup, glances at the clock, he goes underneath. You think he's running out of daylight, and he gets his stick back to the inside, but so by switching hands, his helmet popped off in that scrum. Was hard to see from up here. That's what got him off the field. Good to see him back out there.
Had the short stick matchup on the skip pass. There's a great sign for Syracuse. Will Mark has his first save, and he can heat up in a hurry. Nick Kakemo out of the pack with it. Another turnover by the Orange.
Didn't generate anything. Now let's get into our 6-on-6, and Roussel continues to get the short stick matchup. They've gone at that and had a lot of success.
Up top, Gallagher had it dislodged by Figueres. Carter Rice goes the other way. Hild spins it back to Exon Spallina. Again, playing hangman. Will it be the same result? Downs was out for a moment, gets back in, too late. Spallina with his 2nd goal tonight, and we're tied again.
Spallina has consistently hung up Towson pretty much every few possessions, and has been able to cash in on the bulk of them. Just a poor approach there by Spagnoli.
Spins it back for Bodie Maurer. Now DeMeo, under 10 to shoot. DeMeo hammered by Figueres. Riley Figueres has been a wall tonight.
Strategically.
Shot clock winds. Muley winds. Downs makes the save.
Yeah, they're putting the short stick on Roussel. I like how they have the quicker Hoddle on him.
Roussel, great feed, alley-oop.
To go along with 1 goal, the first half has been the Roussel show. So draws the double team, finds Maurer on the backside. Towson's up by 1.
The 3 seed in the women's tournament. They'll take on Yale here at the Dome in the quarterfinal Thursday at 2:30. You can watch that game right here on ESPNU. Stevens in pursuit of the ground ball, and he's got it.
They got numbers here. They got numbers.
You know Stevens will take advantage. He notices it. Sam Alexo's running with him. Stevens on the swing move and the finish.
So high in the PLL draft just a few short days ago, because he can pick up the ball in the wing. He's got the speed and athleticism to go coast to coast.
First one for the Orange in 7 minutes. We're tied at 7. It's the 7th tie. We've had 7 lead changes. Oh, bouncers will go! Right off the draw, Mason Cone, his 8th of the year.
Cone scoops up the loose ball. Avoids a trail check or 2, and then the high bouncer.
They flip it around for Weishar. DeMeo feeds the crease. Mark got enough.
Oh, they're going to
Push
call
against
the
the Orange, and it's Tigers' ball. It's his hands to the sky on the sideline.
I mean, it looks like Roussel, as he's trying to catch that ball, jumps and dives into that lane.
There's Roussel, count it again.
Roussel, after the push from behind, just gets the goal line extended on English, drops his hand.
A close defenseman onto Roussel, Caden Cole. Weber turns, shoots, and scores. The captain's got his second of the first half.
They got some shooters, Drew. So this shouldn't be like a huge surprise. We talked about it potentially being a defensive battle if it's going to go Towson's way, but they're scoring north of 14 a game. So it's not like you can sleep on this offense. They brought a ton of talent back from last year to this year, so a lot of experience. But to have 9.
This is the matchup that's worth the price of admission. Two future pros. Spallina and Bars, who started to post up, trying to get to his signature move, has to give it up with the double coming. Feed the crease, it's Thompson. 2 flags come in late.
Set up by Spallina. There's no need to double team here. You're just creating offense. Spallina wisely gets out of that pressure, and Thompson cashes in. Beautiful feed and patient feed by English, letting that off-ball play develop. And they're sticking with that short stick matchup on Roussel. It's Stevens now.
Well, so far, there's nothing he has not been able to do on a lacrosse field, so we'll see. Weishar got his hands free. Alexo with a great trail check. Sacrificing his body to stop that shot. Dwan went the other way. Now he lost it. Unsettled 2-on-1. Roussel and DeMeo. What a play by Figueres.
Cat and mouse by Figueres. Baits that pass from Roussel.
The 22 is the famous number on offense. 11 is the famous number for Syracuse defensively. Figueres wearing that as a sophomore. And it leads to a Syracuse goal. Michael Leo enters the chat in the orange, back in front.
You see this pass by Stevens. He's going to then follow that. Doesn't really get much on that pick, but it allows Leo to get to the middle of the field.
Dead ball? Dead ball contact foul against the orange. Takes the goal off the board. Still 9-9. Mark with a big save. Wyatt Hoddle on the clear. And the orange will set up shop offensively. Leo, by the way, now playing attack. That's something that happened in the regular season finale against Virginia. Worked like a charm when they scored 18 goals in a narrow win. Here's Roa with a step, trying to get to his left hand. Flips, gives it to Hiltz. Sharp angle shot goes. Sammy English.
Roa evades that double team, gets it to Hiltz. Very much a carbon copy of the Thompson goal in terms of that double team, getting away from pressure. If it was a dead ball foul, then the goal should have been good.
Yes, yes. Dead ball foul against Syracuse. Leo's goal counts, so the score's correct.
No, it should be 12 then. Oh no, it should be 11. It should be 11. Sorry. I know
I'm
math.
already confused.
I know math. Yeah. So the dead ball counts. Towson got possession. There's no face-off. That's the 10th goal. English is 11. Here comes the 12.
Right down Marshall Street. From the face-off to glory.
Mullen wins the clamp, pushes it forward to himself. Towson slow to rotate.
Here's Chop Gallagher. Defended by Carter Rice, maybe their top short stick D midi. Weber loaded it up momentarily. Alexo snuffed it out. 25 to shoot. It's Alex Vienni. English defends him. Check that Bodie Maurer, 16. And a win on the loose ball. It's Carter Rice. He got the backup Superman style. Two defenders converge. It dribbles back to Spallina. That shot off the side of the goal. They'll reset the timer to 60. And bring it back for a reset from the corner.
Yeah, Thompson lost his glove. Meanwhile, Towson's going to do a quick substitution, 6 on 5.
Stevens takes advantage. A hat trick for Jake Stevens. 5 in a row for the Cuse to start the third.
On this restart, you can see the urgency of Spallina behind the play. Towson, an offensive midfielder, ran off the field.
And Bars has it all the way below goal line extended. Feeds Weber. Finds a seam. Crunched. Sandwiched between a couple of Syracuse defenders. Maurer in pursuit. The Orange have it. It's Dwan. He gets pushed. 2 flags come out. Burt whistle to trigger. Stevens took a peek. Now gives it to Hiltz. Another flag comes in. They'll get Bars. Hey, Colby Bars with an unnecessary penalty there. That's their 4th penalty tonight.
You're just about to kill off the remainder. That would have been a huge kill.
Back to 6 on 5. Burt whistle bounces it home. His 3rd man-up goal of the season.
Beautiful ball movement here. It's set up by that skip by Stevens. And when you're a crease guy, anytime there's a skip pass, you just go right to the ball. And Burt Whistle finds that soft spot in the zone.
Tried to make a highlight. Thompson cleans it up. English chases it down. Unsettled here. $15 to shoot. Hiltz gets it back and twists it in.
He's going to score here on just a simple little give and go.
It's a Towson team built on defense. They allow under 8.5 goals per game, tops in the country. Spallina's got Downs out of his crease, and he just shoots and scores. Again, Downs tried to chase Spallina, and Joey's got a hat trick.
Attacks the side of the field where Downs is. You can see him. At this point, you got to just abandon and get back into the crease. But by him pushing, you can see he gets a little kind of off kilter, runs into Bars, his own defender. Towson has got to score here.
Long range chance. It's Mark all over it. Spallina surveys, finds Hiltz. What a skip. What a finish! Luke Roa stings the top shelf.
You can see Spallina skip it to Hiltz, and Roa from a severe angle rolls back to increase his angle. Good decision there as Stevens went to release that.
Tigers on the move. Maurer denied by Mark. It's all coming up orange here in the third. 20 seconds split the game in the shot clock. This is Roussel. He's got the shorty matchup against Nathan Levine. 34 in white and orange. Roussel, what a find. And it's Maurer's 2nd goal tonight.
Can Towson get enough possessions? Because Roussel, I mean, this is just a dime and a backhanded catch and finish by Maurer. Eyes up the entire time.
See, it's Towson's 1st goal of the 3rd quarter. Syracuse scored the first 9. That'll go down as a face-off win. DeMeo kicked away by Mark. And he's caught a groove. Tigers led 9-8 at halftime. Chop Gallagher 13, had 2 goals in the first quarter. Weber, goes 5-hole.
I'm sure Coach Nadalin is telling his troops, you just got to chip away, chip away, chip away. So good start for Towson in this fourth quarter on that front. Good throwback by Gallagher.
They need Constantinides here against Mullen, who's been simply outstanding. Mullen is 14 for 17 tonight. Came in at 55%. Constantinides just 4 of 14. He's 58% entering.
He was first team All-CAA.
Mullen wins it cleanly. Is he going to do it again? Feeds Spallina. Count it. Stamps a corner. 7 points for Joey Spallina. And it all started with John Mullen.
So you got to rotate to him, because if you don't, he's proven he can bury it. Looked like there's a little bit of confusion with 2 separate Towson defenders.
Right after Towson scored to cut it to 6, the Orange came right back. DeMeo with a skip. Maurer with a rip. DeMeo ends up on his backside, draws the flag.
They're going to get Alexo after the pass there with that hit. Beautiful placement with your extra wing defender.
Syracuse with a crucial win.
And Towson had an opportunity. The first time ground balls.
Tommy Drago picked up the ground ball for the Orange, 17 in white and orange. They're a man down, so the Junkyard Dogs are out there, at least a few of them. Sammy English still in the game. He lost it. DeMeo grabs it. 30 seconds left. Yard sale. Oh, collisions everywhere. Glass trying to escape with the ball. Sam Alexo will be released in 5 seconds. And Mark's got it. Check out the Jets on Jake Titus. And he draws the flag. Another D3 transfer. He came over from Union College. Here comes English. Tons of green in front. Saved by Downs.
To show their kids Monday morning.
It doesn't work. It's not worth it. Hiltz on the dunk. 22-77. Clockwork.
They worked the ball around the perimeter. Spallina just ultra comfortable back there. No pressure. And you can see the lane on that previous view that Hiltz cuts right down.
Day 1, not many close games. Day 2, bunch of thrillers.
Oof.
What a move! Michael Leo! Now you see me. Now you don't.
This is just smooth. The big face dodge. Not having to defend.
Yeah, exactly. That helps.
I mean, it does. I mean, in more ways than one.
Weishar on the run. A hat trick.
I think Will Mark has really settled into this second half. I mean, Towson, when they've had their opportunities, they've cashed in. I mean, this is basically a football team with a 2-touchdown lead, just running out the clock.
And another good shot. Thompson on the doorstep. Look at Spallina on the ride. And a big collision. It's Alexo dislodging it. DeMeo, the no-look feed. Weishar up top. Gallagher. Now Weber. There's Roussel. What a night.
You lose Villa Gomez on the first play of the CA championship. They don't bat an eye. They put Roussel in attack, and they go on and they win it handily.
Towson, 9-game win streak coming in, their longest of their Division I era. Roussel with a bouncer.
Beats Hoddle with speed, so you go with Hoddle thinking he can match feet.
Towson moving quickly. I mean, they're finally playing make it, take it. Just a little too late. This is Weishar on the invert. DeMeo winds it. Mark saw it all the way. Stevens kills some extra clock. Under 10 on the shot clock. Gary Gate waves his hands. This ball game is over.
Oh, 2 balls.
Uh-oh.
No, no. 2 balls still.
And that's the final horn. And for the first time in 20 years, all 8 seeded teams win in the first round. Last time it was 2004. What happened that season? A 4-seed Syracuse won the national championship. They will take on Denver next Sunday in Towson.